Hi everyone. Yeah, it's been a while. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize that I haven't been vlogging as of late. I think we missed like 2 weeks. I think we missed like 2 weeks technically. Technically 2 weeks. We missed 9 weeks out and 8 weeks out, and I think a little bit of or all of like 10 weeks out. Because I think that's when the intro video was uploaded, like 10 weeks out, right? I don't remember. I don't remember my vlogs anymore. I need to really backlog and watch it. And I also forgot to change the color of the icon in the corner because I'm a dummy. I haven't really like thought about it, and I was like, oh man, it is a new vlog playlist. I should change it, right? So maybe we could consider this like the first official vlog. Maybe. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah. Apologize for the lack of vlogs. I want to try to get back into the regular schedule, but I think this will be a better platform for it because it's hard to be outside and doing all this every day and trying to get something when I'm not really like out and about at all. So I really haven't been doing that simply because I haven't been out and about at all. I go outside to go to work. I go outside maybe like to drop the mail and the bills or maybe go to the bank or something. Obviously I go to work out, or if there's a porta potty outside and I need to go to the bathroom, I'll go to the porta potty. Other than that, I haven't really been to like a lot of social events. I actually been opting out to not go to social events, not out of spite of, I'm an introvert or anything, but it's just more like I'm really focused on my contest prep right now because we are like under 7 weeks until the show in September. Dude, it's like literally around the corner right now. That's how focused I am. So I don't really want to go to someplace where I get peer pressured and all this food around it and just be pressured to eat. But I'm pretty tame right now because I've been really focused on my dieting approach, and I'll talk about the diet right now and how it's changed. But let's kind of recap a little bit of what's happened thus far. So the big thing, so I kind of condensed 10 weeks out and up to 8 weeks out, kind of condensed all that together. So the big thing that happened was I saw a weight stall. Now, when you see like your weight kind of, I guess, stay the same for maybe like 1 or 2 days, you know, there's not much to assume from that because it's not that big of a sample size. But when you start to see like 5 or 6 days that your weight hasn't changed, then you need to kind of change your approach or something's definitely wrong. In this case, I felt like my metabolism stalled when I saw my weight stay the same for like 5 days straight. So I had to think about like what's making you know, what's producing that result. So what I thought was, I'm doing the legs push pull, so I'm doing 6 days a week weightlifting, hitting body parts twice a week. Post workout, I've been doing cardio, and one of those days I do one hit session, and I've also been eating at a deficit. I want to say fairly low deficit, but pretty much at a deficit. And the metabolism was stolen, and I'm assuming this since I don't have a nutrition background or an education in it. Um, my weight was stolen simply because my metabolism was stalled because I wasn't feeding my body the essential nutrients in order for recovery. So to eat less food but to do a lot more activity, that's when your body's like, wait a minute, what the hell are you doing? And so everything starts to kind of um, fluctuate a bit. Like some things will be consistent, or your body's going to hold on to some things and stuff like that because it's like or it's like it's fighting against you, but you want to work hard. It's just your body's like, dude. In order for me to do something, you need to feed me some food, right? So what I did, and I observed this, for 10 weeks out up until 8 weeks out. What I did was I cut off cardio. I know it sounds weird. I cut off cardio and I actually increased my calories. I dropped my protein because I felt like I was eating too much protein. So I was able to allocate those calories over to carbs, increasing carbs, and also increasing some fats as well. And what I saw out of that experiment, which it's a really bad idea to experiment during prep, by the way. What I saw was I was still losing weight without doing an ounce of cardio while increasing my calories. Because I started to really, really look at like my weight logs or my lifting logs. Because I jot down all my exercises for all my weightlifting sessions, I start to realize like my volume is ridiculously high, or like there's more volume to it. Like I'm doing maybe more sets or more reps per set, and I started to realize like, yeah, no, I'm doing a lot of activity, so maybe I should increase those calories. So I increased the calories just a little bit for 9 weeks out, and then also a little bit for 8 weeks out. And now for this week, I also increased my calories. I also played around with some other micronutrients as well. Like I needed a little bit more potassium in my system, but increased my calories, and I only introduced cardio like one session last week, and this week thus far, today is technically Wednesday. I've only had 2 sessions of cardio this week, and my weight's dropping, and it's like, huh, maybe I don't need cardio at all, but I don't want to play with that idea since cardio is going to be a key tool for me for further fat loss and just to get leaner and stuff like that. So I do want to have some cardio in my training, but I don't think I'm gonna come to the point where I'm gonna have like cardio 6, 7 days a week for like 2 sessions of like 30, 40 minutes each day. I don't think I'll come to that point because even like last contest season prep, I got to the point where I was doing cardio every day, but I think I got up as high as like 30 minutes tops. Like that's it. That's all I did. 30 minutes tops on a Stairmaster. Fuck the Stairmaster. Anyways, so this week, increasing calories, introducing cardio slowly. But I'm probably not gonna do too much cardio, so I'll probably do like one more extra session. So I'll have like 3 sessions of cardio this week and kind of call it good. And then kind of observe the data for this week thus far, like how my weight's been. Did my lifts suffer going into the next day, depending on like, is that the cardio day or is this the cardio day? Whatever. Looking at those variables. Yeah, but I'm gonna be observing all that. What else want to talk about? So I've been really trying to figure out like how to optimally train. That's the big thing because I felt like a lot of my lifts haven't been. I feel like some lifts that I've been doing haven't been working, particularly incline barbell bench press. So it's like, man, how am I gonna correct this? So I've been doing a lot of like research on the side, reading stuff on the internet, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I was trying to figure out like what's a good technique that I could utilize to help kind of hit that muscle a little bit more. Because like what I've been doing, let's see if I can demonstrate this. Like when I do my barbell bench press, so usually, and probably like a lot of people, your elbows are gonna flare out. So having your elbows wide out, your shoulders are gonna come into play. So instead of trying to focus on the pec minor, you're hitting those your anterior delts if as your elbows are out. So that's something I started to realize. So I started to play around with dumbbells a bit. So when I play with dumbbells, I try to keep my chest up. Ugh. Ugh. I'm back. Try to keep my chest high. And instead of like having that incline where I used to kind of have just a little incline, I actually started working with a higher incline. So that way, now my arm's a little bit higher. And instead of having the dumbbells like this, like a barbell, I actually kind of twist them inward like this so it's more diagonal. And so when I come down, I'm more trying to keep my elbows in. Actually, like I'm more higher, trying to keep my elbows in, and then push up. So that way I won't practice this because having your elbows out hit the shoulders. So I'm trying to eliminate the shoulder movement out of those presses now. And I'm taking a lot of cues from watching Charles Glass training videos, or at least the clips of him on YouTube. Like I'm really following a lot of his training philosophy of how to try and isolate a muscle, trying to use like a particular machine, a particular way of doing a workout or a lift, and change it in a way to really bring out the strength in that workout. So even when I thought about the dumbbell thing, twisting it a little bit inwards, keeping my elbows in, because that's what I do with my bench press, my flat bench press, is I keep my elbows in on the descent, and then I could add a little bit of flare coming out, which is all right. But with the incline though, like I really need to be focused on this. And when Charles Glass was doing chest training with an incline, he did the same thing. You know, he utilized the incline, a higher incline, and really, and also utilize the twist because this means like when you press up, now you're really focusing on squeezing that pec minor. So I was like, oh man, I was on to something. I was on something. This is why I like doing my own prep because it's like I discover things. I'm like, oh man, that's a good idea, and then I see someone else like, oh, they already had the idea. But yeah, so that's what I've been working with this week. So it's gonna be a lot of reworking a lot of technique. Maybe focus on tempo and not really like doing heavy weights, but just like trying to do the lift optimally and that it works that particular muscle. That's what I'm going to be working. And I also take this from Charles Glass as well, is to utilize everything around you. There's a lot of there's even though my gym is small, there are some machines and some stations at the gym I try to avoid simply because like they will not work for me. One of them obviously doesn't work for me, and that's the decline barbell bench press because I'm too short for that. But there are, like the machines that I could use. The Smith machine I could utilize a lot better, and dumbbells I could utilize a lot more in my training because I don't really use dumbbells so much. But I need to be more open to that, right? Especially like say if there's a lot of people at the gym and I can't get the station that I want. I should be thinking about a kind of a plan B backup. And usually I have something like that, but I didn't really prep for it, or I really don't think about it because my mind is like, okay, I really need a big bench today, or I really need to work on my squat depth today. So I don't really think about plan B. So it's like, what am I gonna do now? Should I wait another 15 minutes for the squat rack to open up? So I need to be more open to those other stations, right? Uh, so yeah, that's what I'm working with now. And other than that, pouring in a lot of volume. So pouring in a lot of volume, I'm able to eat a little bit more food and also kind of taper back on cardio, so I wouldn't have to do so much cardio. But I need to utilize that as a key tool because it's going to be key as we get closer to the show. And we are really really close to the show right now, right? So yeah, that's all I really got to talk about. I want to try to get back into regular vlogging again, so let's try to get back into at least that Monday slot, but it's probably going to be sporadic, so let's try to aim for like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, somewhere around there. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot on the webcam because there's really nothing going on in my life. My life is boring as hell, so there's no reason for me to go outside and start talking, with my phone or the camera, the vlogging camera, and to do stuff, right? So, we'll cut the video short here. The video is not even short. It's like I'm looking at OBS and it's like 13 minutes right now. So yeah, let's cut off the video now and yeah, let's get back into the regular vlogs. All right? Okay, no more laziness. No more laziness. Even if I got to sit down at the computer and do all this, get something out, right? All right? All right. Stay tuned. Bye bye. Peace out.